Okay, what the hell? It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club members would like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Oh shit! Oh, okay. Alright, we'll do this. Just so you guys know, I might like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna record like maybe like an hour and a half long sessions, and I will split them up into like parts. I don't know where the parts are gonna be split up yet, but you'll notice them when you see them. But I digress. Let's get this started. All right, so I'm kind of going with the purple hair, Yuri. So okay, she said she likes. Okay, tragedy. Why are you jumping? Wait, do they react to whatever? Oh, okay. So they react to whatever I pick. Whisper. No, I don't want you. Anxiety. Okay. Contamination. What this fucking games would probably be pinky. Fear. No, how? Summer. Prayer. Fantasy. What? Come on. Insight. There we go. Okay. Determination. There we go. Okay. Depression. What the? Tenacious. There we go. Okay. Disarray. Okay, she likes smart words. Okay. Aura. There we go. Agonizing. Okay. She was either really vivacious. Treasure. Okay, fine. Uncontrollable. There we go. Playground. Suicide. Was that suicide over here? Incapable. And frightening. There we go. Okay. Let's see what the next day brings us. Hi again, John. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, John. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. You make it sound like it's marriage. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join the club this year. Any club this year. And last year, too. Fucking, you're like first year? How are you gonna bitch me out? Your first year. You just started school here. So how are you gonna know what I did last year? I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Ah! Starting shit. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back in her seat. I'm waiting to hear just a loud fucking... when somebody just goes fucking ape shit and beats the fuck out of somebody. Don't worry, guys. John always gives the best as long as he's having fun. He helped me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. I'm glad you like it. Sayori, that's because your room is messy. You're messy, it's a distraction. And you almost set your house on fire once. How the hell? Okay. Is that so? Damn it, I fucking laugh. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Oh. How come? You and John can become good friends too. Sayori. Hmm? ... As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh! Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori. Me? Question mark? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sorry we made it sound like a big deal when it really isn't. When it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. Do you think at all? I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. I just started yesterday. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise, considering I had to deal with the little nasty pink-haired bitch and the dim-witted airhead that burnt their house down. It'll make me happy no matter what it is. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? I'm laughing only because I would never have that in my mindset. I would just say, this fucking girl's cute, and I wouldn't think, how is she accidentally being cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book, just snap it right out of her hands. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet, probably trying to find her manga. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like it's the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. ... But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing that I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's a book that you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? Well, what's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. I think I know that book. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give you anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. What the fuck? And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. I would read that book. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yeah, you made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, John? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonists, they made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I do apologize for my reading. I'm having like some kind of weird saliva shit going on, so I'm gonna be like with some words. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writings fill my thought, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's... Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. Oh, did I say that? I think I did. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said that you were looking forward to it. Da. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. Alright. It's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into a seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and I start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here. This should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, but instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult. It makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumbs and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips over her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn a page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over to Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri's no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn a page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of the mannerisms. I see. Isn't that technically an insult? You remain silent for a moment. But John, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of shit. You're already fucking shit up, man. ... I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time to share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after I pick up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make my mental note of where I left off in the book when I slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I'd never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? Oh, God. I can't wait! Voice is gonna kill me. Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayuri is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn paper from a spiral notebook. I have not heard loose leaf in a long time. On the other hand, Monica writes hers on a composition notebook. Okay, haven't heard that in a while either. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should you share the poem? Alright, I'm going to leave off right here. And like I said, I'm probably going to split it into 2 episodes with everything that I recorded. I recorded about close to an hour. So I'm going to split it and then make it into 2 episodes or 3 episodes, however I feel comfortable with it. And we will continue off. This is Troublesome Johnny, and thank you guys for being so patient with me. Again, I am sorry for the long delay and the long wait and all the crap. It is totally my fault, and I wish I didn't have to do what I had to do to get everything set. But as long as I do this for the viewers, because you know what? I'm doing this for you guys. I could care less with me. It's you guys. You guys support me some ways, shape, or form, and, you know, even if you just like the page, like my YouTube, anything, I thank you for the support, and I hope that we can still continue this, and I plan on continuing it one way or the other. So, with that being said, this is Troublesome Johnny, signing off. And recording.